everybody. Welcome to Saturday Gigantic. Thank you so much for being here with us on the YouTubes and the internets and interwebs. I'm here at Villain Theater virtually, and you are in your homes. And thank you so much for welcoming us there. We have an amazing show for you tonight. We have count them, 4 shows. It's a lot of shows. We have Missed Calls, our first show tonight, which is going to be our kind of surprising one-act play drama about phone calls and all the hijinks that start from phone calls. Then right after that, we're going to have our one of our newer shows, Space Time First Contact, which is a character show where you get to meet a lot of crazy critters from all over the galaxy. Then, following that show, we have Tonight with Tarek, which is our first chat show online with the amazing Tarek Turgeman. And then closing off the night, wrapping everything up, we have the incredible Anastasia Pavlinskaya with a Villain Theater stand-up online. You are so lucky to be here with us, and we're lucky to have you too. So thank you so much for being here. We have a packed show tonight, so we're going to get it right on the road already. So let's please welcome out the cast of Missed Calls. Come on out, everybody.
Hey.
There they are.
Hello.
There they are.
What's up?
Hello. Look at all these beautiful people. So for this show, we're going to be doing a one-act play based off of phone calls and all of the crazy things that happen with phone calls. So what we need for you guys to help us do this improv is a suggestion. We need a suggestion of any word that you like at all, anything that you enjoy. And put that into the chat. I'll pick one of them, I swear. And that'll start our show off. And other than that, we're just going to group to the music. How's that sound? With another Troppy Goth anthem.
People are gonna get sick of this music.
Mighty Dream.
Shout out to Mighty Dream. Shout out to Lil Young. Shout out to Dr. E.
Trying to blaze.
Okay, you guys are fast on the trigger here. We don't get to jam that much.
Stay in this.
We have a suggestion to get us started. Our suggestion for tonight's show, where we'll start off from, is VHS tape. That comes from Jack Blaze. Thank you so much, Jack. And we'll be getting started with that as a suggestion. Ready to go? And this is Missed Calls.
Oh my God. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't sleep all night.
I didn't sleep at all last night either.
My God, we have this presentation in 45 minutes, and I can't stop thinking about that movie.
Look,
I watched Midsommar last night. Have you watched it?
of course, I've watched it 3 times.
Oh my God, Florence Pugh is a gem, but holy shit, I was so scared.
Look, you're gonna be fine. You're just attaching yourself to the movie because you're not prepared. Did you do the preparation, or are you gonna wing it this time?
Of course I did the preparation. I'm just, consumed. Every time I look over, I feel like somebody's gonna fall off a ledge. It's just weird.
Look, if you get scared when you're up there presenting, just think of me.
Okay, but you're my partner. You're gonna be right there, right? You're gonna be on the side?
No, I can't be on stage. My doctor says I can't be anywhere near public gatherings.
What? But
Yeah.
we're not quarantining anymore. I need you to be there.
No, my doctor says public crowds and just something happens to me, so I can't do it. But I believe in you.
I don't know. Did you know that?
All right, but practice real quick. Give me your first couple of lines. Go for it.
Okay. In American politics, the wealth disparity has become so I look out and I see human sacrifice.
Wow. But I mean, aside from that, it was super boring though.
I know, but it's a boring topic.
No, I thought you were going to make it interesting. I gave you all these ideas with like animations and stuff, but like.
Here my rollerblades. I'm going to do it in rollerblades. I thought that would.
Oh, you are going to do the rollerblades thing.
Yeah, but I barely know how to roller skate. Like, fuck.
I can bring in the ramps.
Why can't we go back to the days where like presentations were done with a board and a stick, and you didn't have to wear rollerblades or be triggered by your fucking media.
Son, I just got
Yeah.
a call from your teacher. Says you and your friends completely blew the presentation today.
Yeah, it was really bad. My partner, she threw up on the audience.
But why weren't you presenting?
Remember, Dr. Papsy says I can't be near a stage.
Dr. Papsy just fills mommy's bottles when she needs them. He's not a real doctor.
When you're done, I talk to him on the side and I get his advice.
Okay, what I can't have is you failing classes, this $70,000 a year tuition, because then mommy's gonna need more bottles.
Yeah, Mom, I'm dropping out.
Jack, that's not how I raised you. Come on, what was the even? I will write your papers if that's what we have to do.
Really?
You're not failing, son.
Wait, you're gonna write my papers on economics and how the world is crumbling under our leadership today?
I mean, how hard can it be? I want my son to be the best damn slice of bread coming out of Lawrenceville.
Yeah, so you are Jack's mother, right?
Oh, the one and only.
Yeah, so I'm his economics teacher. Thanks for taking my call in the evening. I know people are busy. Listen, I think Jack's been cheating on his papers.
Cheating?
Yeah, cheating. He wrote a whole thing about the economics of blockbusters and video rental stores.
Yeah, and how that it's crashing, and it really was a golden age of the American economy.
Right. So Jack is too young to remember those things. That stuff went out of business like decades ago. So I really suspect he must have gotten that information, somewhere else. Maybe
I'm sorry, Mr. What is your name again, sir?
Lewis. Mr. Lewis.
Mr. Lewis. If you're going to accuse my son of malfeasance,
okay. Wait. I'm not accusing him. I'm just raising the speculation. I mean,
why else would you call a mother at 8 p.m. at night? Are you? What are you saying?
Because I work. Because I'm at the school till 8 p.m. Jobs of teachers. It's tough. All right.
Sounds to me like you're jealous of Jack's creativity. He's a bright young man, and he's going to go much farther than you, Mr. Lewis.
No, okay. Let's not. You don't need to insult me. Okay. The kids do enough of that. All right. I didn't even get your name. What was it?
Frida.
Okay, Frida. Yeah. What? No. No, I'm not playing it. You don't know that. No. Do you have confirmation? Dude, it is like, okay, first of all, it's a rule that you're not supposed to ever say that about a woman, right? You should know that, man. But second, she's a student. We can't speculate about those things.
Okay, we're not speculating anymore. We're betting, and I won by $20. Okay, I have to give a piss test for her. All right, how about we wait 4 months or whatever when it pops out? But we're gonna know.
Okay, I didn't even agree to that bet, man. It's not a legitimate bet. You know what is a legitimate bet? The bet we made on the Heat game. That's legitimate. All right, and you still owe me for that.
I owe you for what? What exactly with the Heat? Because
like you don't remember. Okay, it was in the playoffs. Come on.
Yeah. And the Heat getting to the playoffs? I wouldn't bet that. That doesn't sound right.
You did. The point is, I didn't hold you to that bet. You don't have to hold me to this bet. It's not a real bet. And it makes me feel uncomfortable, man. You shouldn't be talking about students like that.
Uncomfortable. Okay. Well, when you bet that Richie Blackmore was going to drop out.
That's different. That's different because I had inside information. He was.
So you're Martha Stewarting me now. Is that what it is?
I was stewarding you.
Hey, we missed you today at Gamblers Anonymous. Where were you?
Oh man, yeah, I just had to stay late with the kids, It's my life, it's my passion. I love the children. And,
hey, I told you 30 days. Give it 30 days and you'll get your first chip. Come on, man, I'm sponsoring you.
Hey,
don't make me look bad.
I'm still clean. Look, I mean, what I'm trying to do with my extra time now, instead of betting, is just spend more time with the kids. You know, I learned so much from that. They think I'm teaching them. They're really teaching me. That's what's happening.
Oh, so you're not interested in gambling anymore?
No, I have no interest.
Oh, okay.
No.
Cool. Gee, I wonder who's playing today.
I just did it cold turkey. You know, some people have the willpower. I'm lucky.
Look at you're an inspiration. You should teach. Hey, oh my gosh, the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
They're off by like 10 points. I hope that doesn't matter to you.
Not to me. Nope.
No.
No, not to me.
Man.
Never
Thank
been much
God
of a
you
Dolphin.
picked up.
Tell me about it.
I feel like I've been gambling with my patient's health. I just signed like Miss Frida asked me for pills and I just give them to her. Her idiot son asks me for a Xanax and I give it to him. I'm obsessed. It's a gambling obsession.
Okay, we need to talk about the reality here. If you keep giving people pills, you might kill someone. And I'm your sponsor and all, but if that happens, or should I say when that happens, I will have to report you. Okay?
But that's the fun. That's the fun. You give it to them and you see who survives and who doesn't.
You want someone to die?
Well, that's the gamble. That's where you get the adrenaline.
Got it. Okay, listen to me very carefully. People's lives shouldn't be gambled with, okay? Remember, just say the quote that I told you, okay? Gambling
is
false.
False.
As long as you say that,
Gambling
you're
is
gonna
false.
make it, okay? You're gonna make it to the 45 days, all right? Remember, you lost your wife. You lost everybody who mattered to you, okay? All you've got is those pills. Don't just give them away, okay? Don't just give them away.
Doctor, so I've been looking over the, like the paperwork and stuff since you hired me to be up front. A lot of things aren't really adding up, and honestly, like, you can do whatever you want. It's your business, but like, I just want to make sure that like I have job security rather.
Job security is false.
What? Wait, no, but you don't understand. Like, I only took this job because you told me in the interview that, like, I was going to be fine. And according to all this paperwork, nothing is going to be fine.
What did you identify in the paperwork?
Well, actually, I've got some files here that are telling me that you are prescribing basically anybody anything that they ask.
Hush. No one can hear that. It's true. I am. It's a gamble.
Okay. Well, what do I do if somebody comes up to me and asks me, like, hey, why is my Xanax prescription getting refilled every 2 days? Like, that makes absolutely no sense. Like, the other day I had a cop come up and ask me those questions, and I mean, all I did was say was, the doctor's not in right now, so I can't really answer your question. But on the inside, I was freaking out.
No, but that's perfect. That's the reply you need to give. I'm sorry. If the doctor's not in right now, what can we do? We move on to the next one.
I threw up in front of
Sorry.
everybody.
The doctor's not in right now. Is there any way you can come back at another time?
I need a therapist. Is there anyone else in this establishment?
Well, actually, I'm a secretary here, but I'm actually,
in front of everybody. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna come back from that. Like,
look, it's gonna be okay. That moment for those people is like a little blip in the rest of their life. They're not gonna remember that.
No, they're gonna sign my yearbook and it's gonna say, "You're that bitch who threw up." Next day.
Look,
I know it. I know how people are. They're freaking bullies.
A lot of times, the feeling of being bullied kind of comes from another place.
Do you have a prescription pad?
Can I what? I'm sorry.
Do you have a prescription pad?
Well, normally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't do too well on the quiz and you got kind of sick, huh?
I threw up in your class. You saw me.
No, I did. Yeah. Just checking in on you. This is completely normal. Checking in on you because you're sick.
Not normal. You've created a wound in me that's gonna follow me my whole life.
You mean the presentation?
the bullying that you allow in your class. You're a terrible teacher.
Oh, I'm not sure so much about bullying. I mean, that's what's making you sick. Are you sure that's what's making you sick? There's not like another thing that could also be making you sick.
What are you implying?
No, because we have great nurses at the school. They can help you out. Counselors. I'm just trying to be proactive here.
So nauseous.
Yeah, feeling nauseous. Have you
Yeah.
tried taking some medicine or anything like that?
I took like a Plan B.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, if you needed a shot at the
My parents, I
presentation.
can't talk to my parents about this. Please help me.
No, absolutely. Just between you and me. That's it. That's all it is. And if you want another shot at the presentation, forget about the first time. Don't even worry about it. You get another shot.
You
No
know, just
problem.
kidding.
Sir,
No problem at all.
sir, you're telling me Cindy's pregnant?
Well, I did a little bit of connecting the dots, some deductive reasoning, and yes, I think that she may be pregnant.
Damn, I didn't even know that girls can get pregnant that way. I'm going to be a dad.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe, perhaps, you never know for sure.
Sir, can you get me like a part-time job? I don't have any money or anything.
A job? No, I'm sorry. I can't help you out with that. Listen, what I always try to tell my students, they got to be resilient and they got to figure these things out on their own. That's what I did. So if you're looking for a quick way to make some cash, though.
Yeah, tell me.
Hey, do you know anything about sports betting?
Sports betting. I mean,
you like sports, right? I mean, you're a guy,
yeah.
right? You like sports.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, yeah. So, listen, the Dolphins are playing the Titans this week, okay? And,
all right.
They got a really shaky line, and listen, the spread is 200 plus.
I mean, my dad gave me I've been saving money, so I have like $10,000. I can give it to you, and then maybe you can help me out.
Well, I think this would be a great lesson in economics, and let's not use all the 10,000 there, though. There could be a couple other things going on. We got some.
I don't really have it. It's in my it's kind of like in my dad's savings account, but it's practically mine. He told me he's gonna give it to me, so
practically
yours. I can grab it.
Practically yours. So we could set up something like a parlay. Do you know what a parlay is?
Something with pirates?
I'll explain it.
Yeah. You seem distracted. Okay, I'm trying to talk to you about your cheating. Jack?
Cheating?
Yeah. I know you didn't write that paper. Okay? You don't know jack about video rentals. That is like a business from when I was young. All right. You did not write that paper, but what is with you, man? You're like not with me here today. Are you something else on your mind?
Dad, I made a mistake. I made two mistakes. All right, mistake number one, I got Cindy pregnant. Mistake number two, yeah,
what?
And then I think
Cindy?
more importantly though, yeah, Cindy's pregnant. And but also I took $10,000 out of the savings account that you were holding for me, and I put it on the Dolphins, and they lost like always.
Wait, what inspired you to start betting?
My teacher.
Are you seriously?
Yeah.
Well, that was a stupid bet.
Hi, Mr. Lewis, me again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long time no talk. Listen, I know you think my son's a cheater, but he's been coming home with lots of crazy conspiracy theory ideas, and all of a sudden is taking an interest in sports.
I mean, I honestly can't speak to those things. That's
okay. Well, just so you know,
economics.
at their age, you're not actually teaching. You're just a glorified babysitter. So I'm gonna need you to figure out what the fuck's going on with my son.
Okay, it's high school, so it's not glorified babysitting. It's actually teaching. Okay,
Are
high
you
school
sure?
economics is the gateway into the world of economics. All right,
High
your
school-
son's got bigger issues. I mean, your son lost me a bet. But
hold on. First of all, are you calling me a bad mother?
No, absolutely not. I'm just saying your son might have made a big choice recently.
Mr. Lewis,
Yeah.
Have you ever told a lie that you can't get out of?
Oh, more times than I wish to admit. Yeah. Yeah. Why? What are you in that situation?
What do you do? What's the best thing to do?
I mean, I'm supposed to tell you, just be honest.
I just
But-
I got this prescription pad from therapist's office, and I wrote myself a prescription for oxycodone.
Whoa.
Turns out that the side effects are extreme lying, and I may or may not have told somebody that I was pregnant.
Wait, so you're not pregnant?
I'm a virgin. I haven't had sex.
Aha. Okay. That's
Okay.
perfect.
So I'm super excited to be your sponsor, Cindy. Okay. You know, embarrassment anonymous is like a big thing. So this is our first date together. So building a trust between us is super important.
I'm
And
too embarrassed. I can't. Like, I made a big mistake.
Okay. Well, first part. Okay. At least you're accepting this. You're not in denial. You know that you're having these issues. First thing you need to do is just confess to everyone.
I can't.
Confess.
First of all, I committed a crime. Second, I said a really big lie. I told this kid that swears that we're boyfriend and girlfriend that I'm pregnant. And
Well, it's look, I'll show you how easy it is to confess to somebody. Okay. I today didn't cook. I got Chinese food. I brought it home and I pretended it was mine. You see, that's a confession. I can also tell you that 2 of the people that I'm also sponsoring are losing it. Okay. So see, when you confess, it feels so free. Just try. Pretend I am this boy, okay? And confess that you're not into me.
hey, so okay, I'm gonna try it. Hey, I have
Yeah.
something to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to pay child support for the rest of this child's life.
Oh
my God, those are the side effects of the oxycodone. I'm still on it.
Yeah. But that's the reaction he would have, right? He would just yell and probably his brains would blow up, okay? So, just be honest, be simple. Let him know that you just...
Realistically, like, when has honesty ever helped anyone? The income disparity in this country is based on falsehoods. So I would be just the idiot who's trying to be honest and then not profiting off of it. I could make a buck here. I could make consistent bucks for 18 years.
Can I tell you about another anonymous I have? It's called Gambling Anonymous. Maybe you should join both.
What?
I mean, you seem to have a problem with lying and money.
I guess I am kind of gambling, but just with like lies.
Listen,
Cindy,
first day.
It was so nice to meet you in that chat the other day.
Thank you. My baby needs a father.
I want to take care of him.
Okay, well, my Venmo is at Cindy-Perez-124.
Mm-hmm.
And this baby.
How much you need right now?
I think about $1,800. That's what diapers cost these days. I mean, people are hoarding them, so they're really expensive.
Fuck. Things are really desperate out there.
It is. I'm so lucky to have somebody like you all the way over.
Stop.
Where do you live again?
I live in Amsterdam.
Oh, wow. Maybe I'll visit you.
Oh, maybe we should start thinking about some 90-day fiancé situation.
Maybe.
Oh, I think I'm getting another call. You're on mute. FaceTime mute.
Listen. Okay, no, Kaka. That is exactly what I'm talking about. You don't do. Why can't I fix anyone?
Like you. How much money do you make of all this time? You help people with their addictions, blah, blah, blah. How much money do you make, huh?
0. It's a volunteer thing.
I'm over here and fucking throwing bands, and I'm going to make the shit work for me, okay? Because if I know anything about the American economy, it's based on taking advantage of people. And if you get taken advantage of this because you're not smart enough, I'm sorry.
You're right. I give up. I can't help a single soul. You know what? Go ahead, girl.
Hey, thanks for taking some time to talk to me. I can't believe it, but I want to come clean. You may not want to hear this, but I've had a relapse, and I've been gambling again, and but I think this is it. This is the end for me. And I just want to know that you.
Whoop-de-doo! Whoop-de-doo! I have officially quit as being your sponsor. Guess what, Anonymous, I'm a part of? Alcoholics Anonymous. And I started drinking again. I'm just not helping anyone. You know what, sir? Make your money. Make your money and run. I'm quitting.
But I'm having a breakthrough. Aren't you supposed to help me?
No one. No one is helpable. Just go ahead. You're going to be a rotten person for the rest of your life.
You're not gonna believe this, bud. You're not gonna believe it.
What?
I win the bet. I did take the bet. I was lying. I did take the bet.
Oh, now you took the bet.
She's not pregnant. You owe me money.
Oh, no, but she was pregnant, but then she got rid of it. That still counts as pregnant.
We are two grown men, teachers, speculating about one of our students being pregnant, and I was right. I just want to make sure that that's completely clear.
Well, thank you for clarifying for everyone. But she did have a kid. For sure she did. And she told me. She told me
she didn't. She told me she didn't. She told me she lied to you. She lied to everybody. Point is, you owe me for the Heat game, and now you owe me for this.
Both of your behaviors are completely unacceptable. You know what both of you are going to do? You're going to give me A's in your classes, and I won't go to the school board.
That's fair.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Mr. Lewis, listen, I'm having a relapse. Okay, I've quit. I drank like 5 bottles of wine. I've quit being a sponsor in my other various anonymous meetings.
I'm your sponsor. You can't do that. You can't relapse like that. What happened?
I can't. I just realized that everything is false, and that the young ones, they have the future. They have the future. They know
Mr.
more.
Lewis, Mr. Lewis, I'm calling you from Amsterdam. I left the country. I found a way to get some more of your money.
What? What are you doing in Amsterdam?
Well, I decided it was so easy to get into your savings account the first time. I went again and just got another $10,000. And I want to thank you for being such a great teacher and inspiring me.
No, I wasn't a good teacher. You didn't pass the class. You're not going to graduate high school.
Yeah, I'll be over there for the weed smoking in a minute and the prostitutes. It's great over here.
Jack, does your mother know? Jack, does your mother know?
Mr. Lewis, you gotta help me. You gotta help me.
I don't know if I can. What's going with?
Listen, I'm sorry I said all that stuff about you being a washed up B-list teacher and all that other stuff, but
mostly true.
I haven't heard from my son, and the last thing he said was more of your conspiracy theories and pregnancy and money and betting.
Yeah. So I'll just stop you right there. Jack's in Amsterdam. Why? I don't really know. Is it my fault? Maybe.
Frida, take Jack away. I can't have him here anymore.
You have Jack?
Yes, he came to Amsterdam because I was sugar daddying the woman he thought he got pregnant that I was paying online. And now I don't even know what's real and what's not. I don't even know if I'm real.
Oh my God. Will you please send him back with a year's worth of my pills?
Okay, which pills do you like?
Everything. The kinds that make me numb.
That's the end of our show, everybody! Thank you so much for joining us. That show was Missed Calls, and we have a whole lot of shows coming up, so let's give it a hand. A round of applause for our wonderful cast here. And we're going to be starting up with our next show, Space Time First Contact. So stick around. Thank you.
All right, here we go. Let me get this thing on. That looks good. Perfect. All right, captain's log. I can say that, right? I mean, I'm not really a captain, but I don't think anybody's watching this except the Wikipedia bosses, but they're not really watching for that. So I'll say it. Captain's log. It is Earth year 2095. I am here, Captain Jeff. And I love the way that sounds. Captain Jeff here aboard Beacon 1228, looking out across the cosmos for life forms, new civilizations. Kind of like that old Star Trek show. Come to think of it, I should be a captain. Even if I'm not a captain, I should be a captain. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. My job is to log all of the life forms in the universe on behalf of Wikipedia. We're out here in the station. I say we, it's just me. But that actually, that's the thing today. Weirdest thing happened today. I found a bug. It was like one of those little fruit flies. I've been on here now for, what is this, day 74. Okay, I haven't seen a fruit fly. Day 74, I see a fruit fly. That's extremely weird. That's extremely weird. I don't know where it came from. I'm in space, but whatever. I'm gonna make it a friend. I didn't kill it. I didn't name it, but we'll get to that. Anywho, so I've got a lot of work to do today. I've been really screwing up. I haven't been doing the work I'm supposed to do. I didn't log life forms for like the past couple of days, so I'm gonna have to do 3 at once today. But it doesn't matter. I'm extra good at this job. I'm extra efficient, so I will get it done, as they say. So let me go ahead and dial them up on screen. I'm gonna bring in the first life form. This one is gonna be interesting. This is actually a prince. Prince Venerian, I think is how it's pronounced. You're on screen, Prince Venerian. Go, you were on screen. Come back on screen.
Sorry, just didn't want to see you. Just needed an appearance to keep up.
Oh, that's okay. No problem. Wow, epic beard, Prince Venerian.
Oh, thank you so much, Captain Jeff. I'm happy to be on this. Happy to answer any questions that you have.
Yeah, well, no, I'm Captain Jeff. I'm here to write your Wikipedia entry, so that way here you entered into the space Wikipedia logs. You know, we don't want you to be lost. And we've never met, so this is great to see you. I was looking at my notes, and it says that you're a 30 under 30 warlord king or something.
Absolutely, I am trying to be the best warlord on my planet.
Huh.
And it's getting rough out there. You know, there's a lot of diseases out there, and a lot of people want to sleep with me. You know.
What? Wait, a lot of people want to sleep with you because you're a warlord?
Well, that's how we fight on our planet. If you don't know.
Fighting with sex?
Yes. Yeah. Jeff, have you ever had urges for someone or even something?
I mean, I've been alone on a space beacon for about 74 days. Yeah, I've had some urges.
Exactly. Well, most people have those feelings, but for me, and I have many diseases which I transfer to others.
You're transferring diseases while you do this? That seems irresponsible.
No, that's exactly the way we fight. We don't use swords. We don't use knives. We're not primitive.
Wait, I'm looking at you. I can see you because you're on my screen here. You got all sorts of weapons behind you. It looks like. What are those?
Those are the tools. Those are the tools that I use to make sure someone really enjoys themselves. I still don't know how to use any of them at all.
You are a kinky warlord. That's bizarro, man. How have you been a warlord for long? I mean, you must.
Just a couple 20 years, just the past 20 years.
You started when you're 30 under 30, so you had to have started then when you were 10?
Absolutely, yeah, that's right. I started when I was 10, and I didn't even want to do it at first, to be honest, because I'm not really good in those kinds of situations, you know, talking to people, telling them they look good, being like, hey, this could be a thing, you, me. But I was recruited.
Serious swagger to be that kind of warlord. That's ridiculous. I mean, I never had that kind of swagger.
No, you did not. I'm learning that now.
How do you come to that conclusion very quickly? Okay?
Absolutely. I need to be able to make that conclusion immediately. I need to know, wow, will this person sleep with just about anyone, or do I have to finesse them a bit?
Oh, wow. Well, so you've been very successful. what is your conquest get you? Are you like king of your planet or something?
No, I'm prince. I'm a prince of my kingdom, Prince Venerian.
Prince
Prince
Venerian.
Venerian Diesel, of course.
Is your
But
last
my
name?
friends call me Vin Diesel.
Vin
So,
Diesel. We had a Vin Diesel on Earth long ago. That's so funny.
Really?
I wonder. I mean, he was kind of similar. He didn't have a beard. He was like the opposite. He was no beard. He had no hair at all. But he was also quite the.
And he conquered your planet. This Vin Diesel.
He conquered a lot of things. He conquered like a series of movies that lasted like for about 28 movies. It was pretty epic. It was like the longest running movie franchise ever.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. I'm trying to get my own movie deal, but it hasn't happened yet. There's just a lot of competition out there. Don't have a lot of land. Don't have a lot of luck in this world. Yeah. I know how you feel for me now, but trust me, not everyone feels that way.
You live your life getting lucky, Vin Diesel, Prince Venerian Diesel, which I think is, your name's amazing. I just want to say, of all the Wikipedias I've written, that's my favorite name so far. So that's pretty great.
Thank you.
But
that
you sound
means a
lucky.
lot.
Anyway, I actually am not as lucky. I've been for the last couple days trying to learn new chords on my guitar, so I haven't been doing my job. So I have to actually double up.
That's a good one. The guitar. That's a powerful tool. That's a weapon we use here. So good thing.
Really? You said you didn't use any weapons.
Oh, different kinds of weapons. I've learned a little bit about your culture, not to brag. So I was trying to just slip something in there.
No, I get it. I mean, we're using a universal translator so we can talk to each other. But so it translates everything automatically into Earth language. So I get what you mean. It gets the meaning and everything. It's made by Space Google. It's fantastic. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, I got to pull up the next species.
Yeah, please don't lose yourself looking inside my eyes.
You can. I mean, they are mesmerizing. Okay, the next one up is Cassidy. Cassidy is here, and Cassidy is a plankton farmer. Hi, Cassidy.
Guys.
Hi, I'm Captain Jeff from Wikipedia. Not really a captain. I have to say that legally.
Oh, that's okay. That sounds fun.
Yeah, well, no, go ahead and introduce yourself.
So, as you said, my name is Cassidy, and I'm a plankton farmer. Things haven't been going the best recently, but, we're making it work.
Is that your plankton field that you're in right now?
It was.
What happened?
There's been a drought.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we had to eat grandma last week, but you know what? It's okay.
So your grandma was made out of water?
No, she looks just like me. Well, her eyes stayed in place. It's the malnutrition.
Yeah. Do you have you're mostly just a floating head. Are you a piece of plankton yourself, or you just farm the plankton?
No. I am my own being. I am my own being. We farm the plankton. We go through and
Oh, that's disgusting.
We shovel it.
That's very
shovel it over.
I know that technique very well. That's a good farming technique.
That's very disgusting.
Thank you. How long have you been farming plankton?
Personally, I don't do much of the farming. Those are my farmers that I keep in the plow. But we plow just the same.
Oh, good. You know what? Actually, with plankton, you don't need to plow. Okay, that's a common misconception. You can just spread it and go.
Man, this translator amazes me at the subtext it's able to capture. That's so good. Anyway,
what's a subtext?
It's an Earth word. I guess that one doesn't go both ways. Anyway, so your grandmother died. You had to eat her because there's a drought. That's terrible. Do droughts happen often, or is it hard being a plankton farmer?
I mean, this is the first drought in like a few thousand years. So
what are you doing to get by?
Well, we're just slowly eating the family down. We ate Grandpa last month.
How do they feel about it? Do they give themselves voluntarily, or is it like you have to go and hunt them?
Well, we tell them we're going to take them on vacation, and then we just don't. And then later everyone gets a feast. So it's happy.
That's the most savage thing I've ever heard.
It's pretty savage. I've heard worse, but that's pretty savage. It's kind of like you're telling them you're going to take them to a farm, right? Upstate, but you're on a farm already.
Yeah, we're on a farm. We're already on a farm. Why would I take him to a farm? I just keep him here.
Yeah, what do farmers tell their kids when they're getting rid of their pets? You ever think about that? I've never thought about that till just now. You can't say you're taking them. Do you think they say we're going to take them to a city?
What?
Okay. You know how like parents tell their kids like, oh, your pet went to a farm, but really it died or they gave it away?
Yeah, we
It
just
happens on Earth. I guess it doesn't happen on your planet, but in your planet you eat them. So that's
we just
yeah.
Listen,
When
we
you're
are surviving people.
You seem like it.
We don't give up without a fight, god damn it.
Now you're a plankton farmer. Is that like a notable position in your world?
Yeah, we're mostly agoritarians, so we're all farmers basically. So this is really hitting us all hard.
I mean, I gotta ask, just because we have a 30 under 30 warlord, do you have any warlords on your planet, or is it pretty peaceful agriculture society?
There were some landlords. I mean warlords, but we ate them first.
Wow. All right.
You
got
eat
a
them.
revolution.
We ate. Well, you know what? They weren't doing anything for us, so fuck it.
No, that's what we were trying to do too, but we decided to just actually do that.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
And do you think your children, if they tell you that they're taking you to a farm, you would easily go with them?
Probably. I mean, why would my kids lie to me? They're my kids. I love them to pieces.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
I'm loving the two of you to pieces, but I gotta actually bring on one more species because, like I said, I gotta double up my workload today because I've been procrastinating. So the next creature that we've got online, he's coming to us. Oh, this is a good one. I'm just seeing this. It's Detective Cleavage, and he's a detective. Detective Cleavage, are you there? Hi there. This is Captain Jeff. Not really a captain, but Captain Jeff from Wikipedia. I'm working on your entry. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Detective Cleavage, but you can call me Dick.
Hey, Dick, I'm Cassidy.
I like the way your mind works, Dick.
My mind only works to solve cases.
Oh, are you working on a big case right now?
I sure am. Let's just say someone was taken to a farm somewhere.
Ooh, relevant.
Farm? That sounds like fun. What kind of farm?
Yeah,
I grew plankton.
I would imagine it's a farm with a lot of other dead people.
Man, are you got any good leads on the case? I love detective stories. It's like my favorite genre to read.
So here's the problem, right? I'm from the planet Tracy. We solve a lot of murders here. It's a planet full of detectives, so I'm trying to, get my rank up there.
Oh, wow. So the whole planet is full of detectives?
Yeah, that's right. I was on a 30 for 30 list too. What's that?
Say again?
I was on a 30 above 30 list of detectives.
You made the 30 over 30 list?
That's right.
That's impressive.
That is
pretty hard for my 30 under 30. I can only imagine you must be a great detective.
It is probably more impressive because there's more people over 30 when you think about it.
Oh, for sure. No one here is under 30.
I mean, it's impressive. I don't think it's like crazy impressive. It's not like, wow, you should really win a medal, or wow, you're a really cool guy. It's
Here's
just
the
like,
thing.
it's impressive. It's impressive.
Everyone on the planet is on the list. I happen to be very low on it.
Wait, so are there only 30 of you on the planet?
There's 30 of us over 30, and I'm the 30th ranked detective.
So it's really not that many people.
No, it's a very small planet, and it's weird that there's so much murder.
Honestly, I think 30 is a pretty high number. I mean, we're down to just like 15.
Wow, you people are horrible to each other. I'm the warlord, and I kind of feel like I'm the best person here.
I mean, I'm pretty good too. Okay,
You're alone.
I have to say this. I'm alone now, but I'm from a planet full of life. Earth has got tons of life. And in fact, at the Wikipedia Academy, I graduated 15th in my class, in my group. And like you, it was a class of 15. So
okay,
I get it.
That was incredibly uninteresting. I need to know exactly where both of you were, and maybe you too, Jeffrey, 3 nights ago.
Oh, full name basis.
Well, 3 nights ago, I was telling Grandma we were going to go to Disney World, and then I hit her in the head with a bat.
That is a confession, and I'm going to make a note of that.
Wait, you have Disney World on your planet?
one of those transmissions came through. Like it was like this mouse on a boat. So we just told her we were sending her there. We don't have it here though. No.
Oh, one of the old Disney cartoons made it all the way to you, the radio transmission. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So anyway, sorry, I didn't want to
What about you,
Go ahead,
Prince?
detective.
Prince
Go ahead, detective.
Diesel, whatever your name is.
Prince Venerian. I take the name seriously, being a prince. No. 3 days ago, I was making love to my wife. It was not going very well, to be honest. Here on our planet, everyone believes in polygamy, and I mean monogamy. Yes.
Which one is it? Those are opposites.
It's monogamy. We believe in monogamy, but we have to sleep with each other to kill each other. It's a mess.
Hold on, Prince Venerian Diseasial. I've got to ask you. You have a wife, but you are a warlord that conquers through sex. How does your wife feel about it?
Oh, horrible. She is not about it in any which way.
That's got to lead to some tough conversations.
It's an absolute strain on our relationship, and it's very difficult.
What is she?
Tell her you're taking her to Disney World. It works for me.
I don't want to kill my wife.
Hold on. What does she do? Does she also sleep with others to conquer?
Yeah, she is a conqueror as well, and she sleeps with lots of people.
People.
The other day, she slept with my best friend, and that hurt.
I am trying to solve a case. I get
sorry,
made fun of when I can't solve cases. I've solved so many cases.
I just want to clarify too. Is it cleavage or clivage?
It's cleavage.
Cleavage. Gotcha.
Detective Dick Cleavage.
Dick Cleavage.
Clivage is a great sounding word, though.
I would go with clivage personally, but that's just me.
I get presented with cases when they're already solved, so it's easy to solve them.
You know what? I made a friend this past week, a fruit fly that I just found here on the beacon. I'm going to name it Clivage. That's perfect. I was trying to think of a name.
Why are you obsessed with my name? I am just trying to solve a goddamn case. I know a lot. I could tell you facts about Earth.
Oh, yeah? What do you know about Earth?
I know that it's flat.
No,
I know that it's made of paper. I
These
know
are all
that
the things I've learned as well.
Yeah, that sounds right.
No, Earth is completely not flat. Those idiots got the word out. They also put transmissions like way after the Disney ones. They sent it out to the universe. It's a lie. Earth is a sphere like any other planet.
You're telling me that it's not oval in shape and 2 feet by 3 feet and put on walls easily?
No, you're talking about a map of the Earth. That's different. That's
No. He's talking about the Earth. I heard about that one. Yeah. I got cleavage. Cleave it. Yeah, you got it.
Yes,
Look,
and I know all about Earth legends too.
So
that green means land masses and blue means blue land masses.
That's the section you read in the literal legend. That's a part of a map. All that is.
I missed the first part. What kind of case are you trying to solve? Like, I don't think I made it to your planet to kill anyone.
The case I'm trying to solve is a murder that happened 3 days ago that was already solved, and I'm just trying to get to the end of the case without reading the last pages.
Detective Cleavage, I got to ask you, did the murder, if there's 30 detectives on your planet and everyone on your planet's a detective and someone was murdered, was it the 31st detective that was murdered or was someone else on the planet?
Naturally, you'd expect that there would be a loss of one person, but every time we lose someone, someone else from another planet that is above 30 arrives on this planet.
Oh, you're like Highlander, kind of.
Sure, if you want to put it in such archaic terms. We haven't heard the word Highlander here since the last Highlander drove by.
So you must have an amazing tourism. We're trying to start tourism here on our planet as well. Huh? You don't happen to know anything about that, do you?
About starting tourism? Sure. You create a website on the internet, the universal internet, and you claim that you are going to put people on a cruise.
Or you broadcast Steamboat Willie to the universe, and that shit sells. That stuff totally works.
Can you lure tasty things?
Well, that would be defined by taste of the individual, wouldn't it?
Can we lure grandparents and plankton? Either or, honestly.
Those are some really odd, favorable things.
You
Long
know,
story gets back into their past.
Speaking about allure, That's a troublesome thought. You know, if our species ever wants to conquer the entire rest of the space, I don't think anyone's going to be interested in us. You know,
Prince, can I ask you something?
Absolutely.
Are those weapons behind you?
These are weapons. These are weapons I use to lure others, pleasure them into detail.
I had the same question. They look just like weapons, don't they? They look totally like weapons. You could kill people with those.
They look like farm tools to me.
They look
Used
like
in the field
dildos.
every day.
They look like dildos and things that you handcuff yourself with for sex.
Well, Dick, that's very observant of you. For one, you're an amazing detective, and two, that's exactly what I hope them to be. You see, this is a projection that I've created to make others think that I'm much better at what I'm trying to do.
What are you trying to do?
You're not
Sleep
as
with
good
them.
as you're saying?
Oh, no, I'm horrible at it.
Wait a
It's
second.
another problem in my relationship with my wife, actually.
Wait, Prince Venerian Diseasel, you've been telling me this whole time that you're one of the best warlords on your planet.
I'm top 30 out of 30, but there are 300,000 different groups.
You're just the top 30 out of a section of 30?
Exactly. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, these planets, math does not seep in across the universe. You know, Steamboat Willie made it. Math, no, it's crazy.
Who needs math? You just need plankton.
You just need your wits and to know how Earth functions.
Well, I got to put that in your entry, okay, Detective, and I got to put in your entry too, Prince Venerian. I got to put in all your entries. I'm bad at math. I'm putting it in. It's in the Wikipedia now, so it's fine. Detective, we didn't get to the end though. Are you any closer to solving the case? Well, you didn't ask me what I was doing 3 days ago, but I was here, so
well, I'll ask you. What were you doing 3 days ago?
I think I was learning a new G chord. Pretty sure that was what I did most of the day.
One more time. A what?
A G chord on the guitar.
So
remember I told you I've been learning the guitar?
You were learning how to destroy people's earbuds with awful sounding music.
No, he was trying to soothe them, to make them think he was really cool at a party, and said, hey.
That would be cool. I think it would be. That is one of the big reasons.
It wouldn't work for you, unfortunately, Jeff.
Well, I don't know if I can trust your wisdom now that I know you're not a very good sex warlord.
Look, as someone that's very analytical, I can tell you that I know you have no talent for music, Jeffrey.
What? That's ridiculous. I'm great with music.
Jeff, you've insulted me.
Sing right now.
I'm with them.
Hold on. Wait, I'm not allowed to insult. I'm not allowed. There's a strict code of the Wikipedia, folks. We're not allowed to insult. So if I have insulted you, I am sorry. I am apologizing.
Demand recompense.
Apology
I demand that you sing one line of a song right now.
Okay.
Give us your best Wonderwall.
Wonderwall.
I don't even know that song. I don't know that song.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Are you a good singer?
Yes.
Okay, so let's sing a duet. Let's sing something together.
What do you want to sing?
You need me to harmonize.
Let's do an old classic. What made the airwaves? Did Row 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 Your Boat get there?
We get a lot of free jazz.
Your planet's full of music. That would make sense. It's a planet of detectives. So is your whole planet like film noir?
Yeah, everything is black and white or bluish, and we got these cool little spikes.
So wait, I do want to sing for you, but I got to ask you, I need to know if you're close to solving the case. I keep getting
close to solving the case of you being an ass. Just sing the goddamn line.
Okay, ready? We're gonna do Row 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 Your Boat.
Okay.
That's one that everybody should know. Do you know it?
Yeah, we're gonna harmonize.
Okay, ready on the count of 3. A 1, a 2, a 3. Gently down the stream.
Gently down the stream.
Gently
you know what?
down
My bosses watch
the stream.
Yeah, my bosses watch this. All right.
Life is but a dream.
You're all beautiful singers. I'm gonna put that in your entry. You know, just to make it.
I thank you, Jeff.
Oh, hold on. I have to go get a file real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Maybe it's a clue. Wait, did you just discover a clue?
Is there clues?
Hold on. When he comes back, I'll find out.
Cassidy, you must be really bored if there's nothing to farm at the moment.
No, there's nothing to farm, but you know what? We've really been entertaining ourselves. You all know what we've been doing?
Yeah, I do want to know what you've been doing.
We've been playing games in the rocks.
Ooh, I love a good game. What kind of games do you play?
We try and see how many we can put on top of one another before the other one dies.
Wow, you're a violent people, but so like sweet about it. That's just
no.
I mean, it's good fun.
Detective
I got to the end of the murder case.
Uh-oh, what'd you discover?
I was the one that killed them.
You did? Of course it was you the whole time. Classic.
Classic.
Yeah.
So what now?
Well, now I'm probably going to die and be replaced by someone.
Oh,
really? Both of your planets? It's very interesting. You know, if I die, I get replaced by someone too. It's nothing to feel bad about. It's just a chain of command.
To be honest, Warlord, it looks like you have a room back there that would support me.
If you want to make it to our planet, then by all means, put it in your ship. We don't get any other extraterrestrials.
Am I going to have to do anything?
You're going to have to do a lot.
Oh, you're going to do a lot.
You're going to do a lot. Yeah, his planet, that's the whole thing. They just do it.
Okay, there's a lot. Yeah.
It's immune system versus immune system over here on my lands.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't care.
Listen.
You can do anything to me. I'll be there.
I hate to have to do this, but I've got such a backlog today. So I got to wrap this up. Is there any final thing that I missed that you want me to include in your entry? We're just gonna go one by one. So why don't we start with you, Prince Venerian Diseasel?
Absolutely. Well, I'd just like to tell everyone in space that if you're looking for a good time, come to our planet.
Okay. Well, this is Wikipedia. It's an encyclopedia in space, so it's not an ad. But
No, not an ad. Just if they, just.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And how about you, Cassidy, Plankton Farmer?
We just wanted to say that we're expanding our vacation packages for this next coming fall, and we're really looking forward to having some visitors.
Are there's like, what's the odds you think someone might get eaten if they visit your planet?
70-30. You
Okay.
know, you could be lucky. You could eat someone else.
There are planets with worse odds than that. And finally, Detective Cleavage from Dick Cleavage from the planet Tracy. What do you have to say?
Just update my profile to say that I'm on the run and I'm not going to be known as a tracist anymore. That's what we're called on this planet.
We're called
Tracy.
tracists?
Yeah, our
an
race is
unfortunate-
tracist. And the
You're a
cops are
race
right
of
outside my
tracists.
door, so I'm gonna.
Hold on, you're a race of tracists?
Yes, our race is tracists.
Your race is tracist?
Yes, our race is
Planet
tracist.
Tracy?
Yes, the race on Tracy is tracist.
The
I
race
sure
on
told you,
Tracy
man.
is racist.
Oh, you got a good voice there.
Coming, I'm not
Great.
home.
Hey, okay, well, we're gonna sign out of here. I'm gonna pull you all off screen. Thanks so much for helping me out here. I'll get your Wikipedia entries up in the next couple days, so keep an eye out there.
Wonderful. I hope to see you soon.
Okay,
Visit.
Goodbye.
Hello and welcome to Tonight with Tarek. I'm your host, Tarek, and you might know me from the Villain Stage or our YouTube channel or just from crazy general life. Maybe you spotted me around, with my beard. We have a great show for you lined up today. My very good friend Al D is going to be here with some tea, some gossip, being as current on the events. Principal Hannah Hartman is back with a very, very informative report, which reminds me, this is a late night talk show. So if there are any children in the room right now, turn the volume up because they'll probably learn more here than they will on their virtual school classes. Okay, which reminds me to say, screw you to the hacker that interrupted my 5-year-old niece's virtual class with anime porn. And I'll tell you why, because, hey, yeah, that's fun. But you know how much effort it took for my sister to sit down, to get my niece to sit down and take that class, only to be ruined by the hacker. I mean, how many adults during boring conference calls would have loved to have that interruption? Anyways, I'm just saying, keep it adult. We're still in quarantine, as some of you might know. I went through a breakup during quarantine. I've had time now to think of my breakup, analyze a few things, Breakups are funny because you find out a lot about yourself. Like a few weeks ago, I was, a grumpy cuddly bear. Now I'm just a grumpy fat person, and I'm very hairy, and I don't have anyone to trim me. So yeah. Anyways, like I said, I've had time to think, and I think I'm good with my breakup. I think I'm glad I broke up because they were kind of toxic. Like, and people would agree with me. Like they were always saying that he was a compulsive. No, that wasn't the word. Oh, considerate. Like he's so considerate and sweet. Like considerate, really? Yeah, more like flirty. Okay. Yeah, he was super weird. He would do this thing where he would think before he talked. Like he would say that's the mature thing to do. I'm sorry, I think and talk at the same time. It's called multitasking. Okay. Anyways, yeah, he would wake up every morning, do some yoga. Like, what are you trying to prove? Just have 3 espressos and a joint like me. Keep your mind clear, But anyways, breaking up in your 30s is a little better than breaking up in your 20s. I did have a breakup in my 20s, and it was very dramatic. And you have to deal with all your demons when you're alone. And in your 20s, you're like, oh no, insecurity. Oh my God, not you, regret again. But in your 30s, it's like, oh, insecurity. What's up, Incy? Come chill with me. Oh, regret. Ray, what's up? Hear your demons out. They just wanna be listened, They make great drinking buddies, by the way. Anyways, we have a great show for you. Coming right up in a few minutes is Al D. We're gonna do some current events with him. But before we do that, we're gonna take a short break, and we'll be back with Tonight with Tarek. please welcome my good friend Aldi.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm super excited to be here with you tonight.
Excited to have you, Aldi, like the supermarket serving cheap variety. I love it.
It's just like the brand, but cheaper. Don't forget that. So what have you been up to? How's everything with you? Good?
Well, you know, just getting nice and fat, you know.
Girl, join the party.
Like,
So
I'm really stressed out about wearing regular clothes now. I had to a few days ago, and it was very stressful.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
So anyways, how are you keeping woke these days? How are you keeping up? I see you
So I'm
on
glad you asked. Yeah, I get all of my information from Twitter, and from tweets, and so I figured I'd bring to you
super
the
woke. Super woke.
yes, the top 5 trending topics worldwide as of 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, which is when I picked these. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the top 5 from most trending worldwide until like to the 5th. Okay, so number 1 is Kim Jong Un. Apparently, homegirl's like kicked it. I had no idea, but she's apparently like out of the picture. Did you know that?
Yeah. I mean, does it even matter? I feel like they're just gonna clone him. Like, wasn't he kind of like a clone of his dad?
Yeah,
I feel
literally.
like he has
There's
a
a
clone somewhere which will just rise up.
Yeah.
You know.
Number 2 trending topic is hashtag drop out Biden.
Ooh, that's not good. Not that I'm
That one
a
had-
fan, but I do believe that most people should vote for him. Everyone should vote for him.
That one had over 100,000 tweets. But I looked through the hashtag and it's mostly like trolls. So I don't know how like accurate that is. Number 3 is a happier one. It's hashtag Catterday. It's like cats and Saturday mixed into one. I like that one a lot because it was just
Oh
a
my
bunch of
God,
cat pictures.
that's amazing. That's probably
Yeah.
the most important one.
That one was cute. This one, number 4, is a person named KJ Hill. Does that ring any bells for you?
KJ Hill. KJ. No.
That's because it's some athlete. So apparently,
Trade
people are doing something with football where they trade players like Pokemon cards. Don't ask me. I don't know. But
Did
he was number.
Jennifer Lumber? Maybe I saw him.
Yeah, that's as far as football goes for us. But speaking of Pokemon, number 5 is hashtag Pokemon Go Community Day.
Okay,
It was a trending topic. I guess if all the Pokemon nerds get together and play Pokemon Go. Isn't that like so 2018?
I don't know. I never got into the Pokemon. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I liked it, but
I just got into drugs, you know?
yeah, like a grown-up, you know, like a grown-up would. So those are the top 5 worldwide trending topics in the world.
Okay.
A little bit of everything.
It's serving cheap variety, like Aldi.
Like Aldi, yeah.
The King Jong Un. What?
Like literally, we cover everything: cats, Kim Jong Un, sports. Notice how I say sports because I already don't remember the guy's name. So I had another thing that I wanted to do with you, and actually, the viewers at home can play along as well.
Oh,
so yeah. And the topic of current events, we're going to play a game that I created called Guess the Real Fake News. So I'm going to tell you 4 different headlines, and you're going to have to guess if it's a real headline of like an actual story or if it's fake, okay?
All right. I'm ready.
And I'll give you the categories. You can pick the categories. So we have entertainment, science, sports, and politics.
And the category is... I'm gonna go with science because I think
science. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to tell me, and you guys at home can comment on the YouTube chat or Facebook, wherever you're watching, if you think this is a real headline or if it's bullshit. So science. Doctors encourage more women to regularly perform breast self-exam to see if they need implants. Is that true or false? A true headline or a false headline?
I feel like it could be true in some sort of connotation somewhere around the world.
Is that your final answer?
Yes. I feel like
it is false.
Oh,
that's horrible. How are doctors going to tell women to check if they need breast implants?
I feel like some doctor, some plastic surgeon in Brazil or something was like, okay, before you come, make sure your titties are ready. I don't know.
This is false. So pick entertainment, politics, or sports.
not gonna go with sports.
You're gonna have to get.
Let's do politics.
Politics. True
It's gonna
or
be
false?
hard. This is gonna be hard because politics is pretty crazy lately.
Yeah. Trump can't stop putting his top public health officials in tough spots. Is that a real headline or a fake headline? Trump cannot stop putting his top public health officials in tough spots.
Well, if a top can't handle a top spot, no, I'm kidding. I think that's true.
Yep, this one is true because of all the craziness with Lysol and bleach, which reminds me, I have to make my bleach cocktail so that I can stay healthy.
Look at you. I think it's getting to your hair.
Yeah, oh,
Your hair be disinfected, girl.
from my hair to inside my body.
You can't get
right,
corona to no one now.
No one. I'm immune, so I'm gonna visit Grindr after this. Anyways, we have entertainment and sports left.
All right, let's do entertainment.
Entertainment. Taylor Swift slams former record label for releasing new album without her consent. True or false?
I know she had some shit she was dealing with, but I don't know if it was with the label.
So Taylor Swift slams former record label for releasing new album without
She's
her
always angry about something, right? I'd say, well, maybe rightfully so. I don't know the situation. Okay, not to put women in entertainment down.
There we go.
I think it's true. I think she's going through some stuff, right?
It is very true. Her old record label took a recording of a 2008 concert that she did and is trying to put it out as new material. And her old record label is now managed by the same people that managed Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, and Demi Lovato. And they're shady as fuck. So
those are the shadiest three characters out there right now.
Literally, Demi especially, girl.
Oh yeah. Shout out to me. Anyways, Aldi, thank you very much for helping us figure out the real fake news. And
they will
have you back on soon.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, everyone, we're going to take a short break, but when we come back, a very special report. With me is principal of Slut School, Miss Hannah Hartman. Hello, Hannah.
Hey, Tarek. Good to be with you. It's been a while.
I know. I'm glad to have you back. Your work is very important.
I'm very dedicated to research in the field.
I'm sure this quarantine has given you plenty of time to do some more studies.
Well, I mean, it's interesting you say it that way because, I mean, you'd think you'd have a lot more time, but obviously, given the social distancing guidelines, you have to really, really pick and choose how you're going to distribute the research, right?
Right.
But also, I feel for you on the breakup. I hope that you're also getting some time in to, I don't know, freshen up. I know you probably saw I broadcast one of the failed dates that I went on, but
I mean, I freshened my drinks. Yeah.
yes, I have one coming up. They're actually late. Jeez.
But I don't know if I've freshened up my perspective on life, I don't know.
Well,
You
I'll
can-
tell you what. I had my first quarantine dick, like first had to make sure that they made the cut, right?
Okay.
Because you can't just go out handing them out like free candy, right?
Not
You have to
anymore.
they have to be vetted. So that way okay, if I'm going to allow you into my circle of no more than 10 people, you got to be sure, right?
Yes. I mean, yes, of course.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, he was illiterate, but I will say,
okay.
illiterate dick has literally got to be probably, I would qualify it as like top shelf dick.
Well, that's the thing. When you don't use this head, I guess it all goes down to the other head.
Exactly. And they're not on social media, so they don't, they're not worried about the world ending. They're not consumed by insecurities. Like they just live in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then after, like, pillow talk is just oof.
Oh, I know. I do like that about quarantine, which is the excuse to not meet anyone.
That's very true. And, sometimes I have to go through phases. I have to make sure, that when my research is funded, I go through a spree, just lining them up, trying to get through it all. But
okay. Let me ask you something. I know you line them up, you're trying to get through it all.
Right. Yeah.
How do you find the perfect dick or the right dick?
Well, I mean, it depends. So, like,
especially in these times.
There's a lot of misconceptions about perfect dick because it's really all about performance and attitude. Size is negligible, right? For example, one of my favorites, not one of my favorites, but he's a good story to tell. He popped up in my DMs this week. Like, I mean, talk about how hashtag thirst trap. Everyone's been just popping out of nowhere. I'm like, I think you're going to get like virtual sex session because you might. So kudos. But so this dick implant pops into my DMs. And I mean, I've told you about that, right?
No.
Man, there was a guy once, he sent me a photo of his dick implant. And granted, we're on a public forum.
Okay,
I can't.
An actual dick implant.
Can you even imagine what that looks like? Let me try and explain it to you. Okay.
Please do. Everyone take notes. This is when you'd want to take notes.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay. So I would definitely maybe like a red stripe might be like a, like the girth wise. Like that's kind of what a dick implant looks like. But I still feel like it's not doing it justice. So like, I mean, when you're literally like breaking it down like to the shapes, it's like kind of like a wood like building block cylinder with like a Bob the Builder hat on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, the picture you saw was of it after it was installed.
Yeah. No, I've yet to actually take it for a test drive. But I've done some like spherical analysis on.
Is it like an eye dick? Is it a smart dick?
I would definitely call him bottom shelf dick. Definitely bottom shelf, because like, whenever you're feeling the itch, you'll hit it, but you totally fucking regret it the next day.
No.
So, I mean, like, honestly, the best way I can describe it is like, like a mushroom, right?
Yeah.
And how like the head's bigger than the shaft.
Yeah.
Well, see, I got my drink. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So it's like that, but in reverse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've never really thought of it. A small head, bigger shaft.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, that's not what I would say is the perfect dick. I definitely.
How would you describe the perfect dick?
Okay. Well, I mean,
visualize here. Can you draw something for us? I don't know.
Yeah. I actually have a pen right here. And, since
you do run a school, honey.
I do run a school. And, I'm not really sure I like your tone.
I'm just sorry. This is a very serious topic. It's very important to me. I get it.
Like, okay, yeah, I get it. You're gay. You have a dick. But I mean, if we were going to go toe to toe on dick visualizations, I'm pretty sure I'd win.
I mean, I can take a picture of my own, but
I don't need to see a picture of your penis.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I mean, I'm curious to see what you think is the perfect dick.
Well, I mean, okay, first I'm starting with the balls, right? Like balls are definitely underestimated. There's this guy, one of my out of town boyfriends, greatest balls ever. They're like, they got a nice bounce to them. Like, do you ever watch the Great British Baking Show?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if Paul Hollywood were to touch him, he'd be like, oh yeah, it's a nice sponge. It's got a nice bounce back, not too stodgy. Great bake.
Yeah, which I'm sure he does all the time anyway. Okay.
Hey, I know. Paul Hollywood is like,
he looks like a bear daddy. Yeah.
And so then also with the shaft, like you have to keep in mind girth. Girth is important. You don't want to be too crazy. Girth to ball ratio, V important. And the vein matters.
Veiny, like the arm, the vein.
You're so vain.
Come on. The suspense is killing me, girl.
Hold on. We got to get the head. Like a nice little mushroom cloud going. Again, not too big. Okay. And then, then I'm always stuck. On like pubes. Pubes or no pubes?
Pubes. Enough pubes. Trimmed pubes.
Right. Yeah. Like, I mean, but not like we're not trying to do a work of art here, right?
It's going to be longer than your dick is the rule.
Exactly. Okay. All right. I think I've got it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you ready? Are you ready to see a picture of the perfect penis?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. For the first time ever, we are broadcasting an image of the perfect penis.
That's a vagina. That's your vagina.
What? Oh shit. Yeah, that's my pussy.
So the perfect dick is a pussy.
The perfect dick is my pussy.
Hannah Hartman, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Hannah.
Hey, I'll bring my dick in a box next week, okay?
Oh, please do. Please do. That was Hannah Hartman with a very, very important report. When we come back, Kelly Rodriguez will be with us. She's a comic from Toronto. She'll be doing a set for us, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. And we are back. This is Tonight with Tarek. I'm your host, Tarek. We've been having a really good time today. And now we're going to have a better time because our very special guest is finally going to be with us. She's coming live to us all the way from Toronto, Canada. And it's a real big pleasure to have her here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Kelly Xenakis.
Hey everybody, how's it going tonight? I'm Kelly Xenakis coming to you from Toronto. And I don't know how you're feeling about this year, but I kind of feel like we're the wrong adventure in the choose your own adventure. That is 2020. Like, seriously. I don't know if you ever read those books when you were a kid, but I used to, and I used to like flip ahead, try to find a cool adventure. Yeah. But I really miss it. Like, I would love for somebody to call me Kathy, you know, or Julie. Like, that would just be fantastic, I think. I actually rejoined the dating world just before North America seemed to shut down. So I apologize for that. I feel like I broke the matrix, you know, crashed the system. It was like just a little too much for 2020 to have a 42-year-old woman wanting to date again. 2020 was like, no, we're shutting it down. So I'm sorry. I do apologize for that. Thinking ahead to what dating's going to be like, you know, after the pandemic is done. I'm worried, you know, like I'm not asking guys, you know, I'm going to be asking, have you had a job in the past 6 months? You know, not going to be a question I ask, you know, or like maybe to my girlfriends, I won't be saying things like, do you think he's fuckable? I'm going to be asking them, do you think he's quarantinable? You know? I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be weird, man. You know, I'm worried about future Kelly. I'm worried about the bad decisions I'm going to be making, you know. I'm totally going to be sleeping with a guy who smells like knockoff. I'm pretty sure of that. I've been hearing lately that some folks are getting dumped on Zoom, you know, and I feel bad for you if you get dumped on Zoom. I believe they're calling it Zoomed. It's a great name. But just to present to the court of opinion here, I once got dumped on a pager. Yeah, pagers. Remember pagers? There were this little box, and a number would come up or tell you got a message, and then you'd have to go to a phone and make a call. So I not only got dumped on a pager, I then had to pay money to make a call. I think I went. It's still really sad, even though those haven't been around for a while. But we're all social distancing. Most I gotta say, I think my parents were like way ahead of the curve when it comes to social distancing, because when my parents got engaged, my parents were not in the same room. True story. Yeah, Dad shouted out his proposal from the bathroom. Yeah, and Mom shouted back from the kitchen. I guess, you know. I don't know what medical emergency was occurring. I'm not so sure. But with that, you know, very romantic proposal, they had an equally romantic wedding day. Gotta say, yeah. Mom did 7 shots of vodka before she walked down the aisle. 7, yeah, yeah. And Dad, they had to find him, like drag him to the church. So really, the jury's out if my parents are saying I do to each other or like another round. Not so sure. But nonetheless, they did. Mom was in the bathroom. They switched it up this time. Very nice. But I did my ancestry DNA. I don't know if anybody has jumped on board that train. But yeah, I bought into the commercials, you know, because those commercials make me laugh. They really do make me laugh. Because like, I feel like everybody in those commercials is just super psyched to learn they're not German. You know, everyone is just really happy. No, I did the test. I can't say I was overly surprised by my results. I came back 80% vodka. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a girl made up of sugar and spice and Smirnoff ice. Ta-da! But yeah, it's kind of cool though. You know, you get this little map, shows you where your ancestors came from and went to, which is really great. List of AA meetings in my area. Thought I should attend with a cousin. Anyways, I've been Kelly Xenakis. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you, Kelly. That was awesome. How's everything up there in Canada?
Things are pretty good. Things are pretty good. Folks seem to be like obeying the rules a bit more than what I see happening down in the States.
Really? Oh no, I don't believe you. Are you rich now? Did the government send you millions of dollars? They taking care of you?
They've got a good policy in place, but they had this funny little glitch in the system that some Canadians they sent double the payment.
Oh, so you guys keep having issues. Oh, see, God damn it. Anyways, plug your YouTube channel, which is great.
Yeah, so my channel is Kelly Xenakis, so it's my name, and I have a little baking show called It'll Be Fine, a baking show. New episodes every Tuesday and Thursday on the channel, so check it out.
Check it
I can do it soon, so I'm
I
excited.
just watched the chocolate banana pudding one. Looks great. I don't bake, but I love to watch baking. But anyways, thank you for being with us tonight, Kelly. You have a wonderful night.
You too.
Shout out to everyone in Canada. And shout out to everyone out there watching. Thank you for tuning in to our YouTube channel. Keep watching Villain and stay tuned for a big stand-up show hosted by the one, the only Anastasia Skaya, our very own little colluder. So thank you. And we'll be back soon with another episode of Tonight.
Abi. Hybrid, I like it. I got a habit of grinding a salad to get lit. A big one, a small one, finito. We all get high, we get high to get by. That's why we so tight and we don't fight. Now sweet dreams and good night. 420. I be blazing every day. I'm still blazing. I be blazing every day. I'm still blazing. I'm still blazing.
Give me some sugar.
Little Leon here.
So I'm rolling this joint, packing nice and tight. Not too hard, so it smokes just right. I spark it up once, I spark it up twice. The time doesn't, and the smoke's in my sight. Pass that J to the left, to the left. Pass that J and get light. Pass that J to the left, to the left. Check your way to get. Now we gotta keep up rotation. Thinking they can hold that J all night. To the choo-choo's gone and the
Tonight
J's
with
got
Tarek.
light.
That was an awesome show. I love Tarek and I love all those those people that were involved. And if you've been watching all night long from the improv and all that stuff, I mean, kudos to you. Definitely, if you're gonna get a drink at some point, get it during my show, because all these other comedians that we're gonna have tonight are way better than I am. Let's bring them out there just so you can see their beautiful faces. I am so excited to have them out here. Let's see their beautiful faces, their beautiful videos, just a little bit of a preview to get you going and all excited. Look at these people, holy shit. I mean, if I could be in a room with anyone right now, it'd be these people. Alrighty, so get rid of yourselves. So, stop your videos. We'll see you in a bit. Keep the people on their toes. But a little bit about me. Hi, my name is Anastasia. I am the stand-up director at Villain Theater. I'm also a young Russian-American immigrant. And yeah, things have been going pretty well for my people in the past couple of years. With all the stuff going on. I mean, they say no publicity is bad publicity, and Russia has just been like up there. But things have also been going pretty well, because I've now been dating my boyfriend for like a year and a half. Yeah, it's pretty good. For those of you who aren't impressed, you didn't have a crazy phase during college, and I feel bad for you. No, it's good. It's good. It's about that time when people have been asking me the big question, like, so you ready to move in with him? To which I say, nah, screw that. I'm an independent woman. I would much rather assert my independence by living with my parents. Yeah. My parents are great people. It's been very interesting quarantining with them. Natalia and Oleg. Yes, they are the evil spies from the Rocky and Bullwinkle series. But also my parents, really cool. And, it's been interesting because being in the same house as them during this time, it really feels like I am a quarantine teenager. I mean, all the time, it's like I can't, just like my teenage years, I can't go anywhere. And I'm mostly talking to my boyfriend on Animal Crossing, so not much has changed in that time. It's a little rough, but it's been good. It's been good. I don't know if you were wondering what my jacket says. So the M, it's weird. I don't know what this is. I've been trying different looks. I've been wasting a lot of time on the internet. The M, I used to think it was for Macy's because that's where I got this jacket, but I'm starting to think it's what my parents call me, Moocher. Because that's basically been what I have been doing. It's okay though. It's okay. I moved to the US when I was 3 years old. I know I don't sound Russian. I sound a lot more like Lizzie McGuire. Probably because that's where I learned the majority of my English from. Yeah, I used to sit in front of the TV watching the Lizzie McGuire movie, and I'd be like, hey now, this is what American dream is made of. Yeah, those are the lyrics of the song. And yeah, I used to sit in front of the TV watching that shit. And then when I was older, I finally got to go to Europe, got to go to Italy, before, all this shit happened. And I tried to have the Liz McGuire experience. I tried to, go on a Vespa, meet a Paolo, and I almost got human trafficked. It's not a human trafficking joke. This is some real shit. If you've never seen the Lizzie McGuire movie, it is just 2 steps from being taken. Yeah. Same movie. I mean, young girl goes to Europe, meets a handsome man, parents go to Europe to save her, The only difference is that Taken made it to 3 movies. And Lizzie McGuire can't even get past the 2nd episode of the reboot because the showrunner quit. And now my Disney Plus subscription is worthless. Yeah, it's been a rough quarantine. But, I've been doing a lot of thinking during this time. And I realized, there's going to be a lot of babies coming out of this. Because there's, been all these headlines. There's this headline where it's national condom shortage. And I mean, that's all people are going to do. They're going to be sleeping with each other. And I just think that with all these baby Zoomers that are going to be out there, I mean, they're going to have some weird ass names because people, I don't know how to say it lightly. People are stupid. They're pretty dumb. And the thing is, like, they name their kids topical things like after the royal baby, Archie, or Cardi B, or COVID-19. And if you think if I'm losing you here, listen, I think COVID-19 would be a great name for a baby because, like COVID-19, babies, their smiles are infectious. Yep. And just like COVID-19, if I thought I was about to have a baby, I'd get rid of that shit immediately. All right, guys, that is my time. We have a lot of great comedians coming up to the stage. Maybe I'll pop in and do little things here and there. Probably not, because we have lots of amazing people coming up. So this first comedian, she is a performer at Villain Theater who is helping to put on this whole shindig. Shout out to them. She's a performer at Villain Theater. She's a musician. She's an improviser and a stand-up comedian, obviously. Put your hands together from your homes for Stephanie Casanova, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks, Anna. Hello, everybody. Hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm very excited to be a part of this show. Shout out to Anna, who has been doing a great job of bringing comedians from all over the country every week to our shows, which is super cool. I'm from Miami native, but I've actually lived outside of Miami a few times. When I was married, I moved around a lot, actually. And the first place that I lived in was Dallas, Texas. It's very different than Miami, right? They're super sweet. They say things like, I'm fixing to go to the store and stuff, you know? They're always like fixing shit, you know? Super cute, super cute. And then I also lived in New York, where it's like the complete opposite, right? Like you could literally be dying on the streets and they will just like step right over you. Like they don't give a fuck about you, which I kind of thought was nice. Like I thought it was kind of liberating to be like that invisible, you know, like kind of nice. And then you have Miami, where we just like really just talk out of our asses and kind of just say whatever we want, you know, like, oh, I'm just chilling. I'm here eating shit. It's very strange. We talk a lot of Spanglish, right? It's like my preferred language is Spanglish. And in my family, we actually have a particular saying where instead of saying that's on you, we say that's allá tú, right? That's allá tú. So like Stephanie married a sociopath. Well, that's allá tú, right? Stephanie lives at home with her grandmother. Well, that's allá tú, right? And a few months ago, I was at home and my niece and nephew were over and I was like a little bit sad from, I had just gone through like a breakup from one of my most recent rebound guys. And I was a little sad and my niece comes to me and she goes, Nani, she calls me Nani. She's like, Nani, why are you sad? And I'm like, well, you know, Nani broke up with her boyfriend, so I'm sad, you know? But I try to be strong for them and I'm like, but that's okay, right? Like Nani doesn't need a boyfriend. And she's like, yeah, you don't need a boyfriend. You don't need love. You don't need kids. You don't need a family. And I'm like, whoa, like that escalated real quick. I'm like, is this a fucking pep talk? Like, what is wrong with you? So I say to her, you're right? Like Nani doesn't need a family, but maybe she wants a family. She goes, well, Nani, that's allá tú. That's allá tú. I was like, damn, I didn't know to be like, whether to be offended or like impressed, right? Like she's only 5. She's pretty quick. So I've been single for 2 years. And I was previously married, so I'm divorced. And I didn't have like your typical divorce, right? I kind of woke up one day and had realized that I had married like a literal piece of shit. Yeah. Just like the worst of the worst, guys, you know? And sure, there were like red flags if I think about it. For one thing, he always liked to go to strip clubs. which is fine. Like I'm open-minded, like that's fine. But one day he comes to me and he goes, Stephanie, do you get bikini waxes? And I'm like, yeah, from time to time, like when we go on vacation, whatever. Why? He goes, well, Paula from the club is using the at-home kits and she's getting a little irritation. Do you have any advice for her? And I was like, Paula, the stripper from the strip?
Oh.
Okay. And honestly, my first thought was, what kind of fucking savage does the at-home kits? Like, who does that, right? Who does that? And secondly, I was like, what the fuck is he doing talking to Paula about her pussy? Like, looking at it? Sure, right? Stuffing dollar bills down it? Fine, like, I'm fine with that. But problem solving with Paula about her vagina is where I draw the line, guys. That's where I draw the line. So now he's with Paula and her bumpy ass pussy. What do you do? So that was my marriage. And when I first became divorced, I was like, okay, let me maybe do like the complete opposite of what I just did. Let's not do that again, right? And so I thought, well, maybe I should try my hand at like dating women, right? Pretty fun, pretty cool. So I went on my first girl date, and she was cool. She was like, she's a musician, and she was like a friend of mine for a couple of months. And she was beautiful. She was like younger than me, and she was bi, which I kind of liked because I didn't know if I was ready to like dive in to like a full blown lesbian, like intimidating for me. That's a lot, I just kind of want to like dip my toe into some vagina. Just like scratch the surface a little bit. Like, not go like swimming in it. I mean, if it's like sink or swim, I'm sinking for sure. Like, I don't know what they like, I don't know. And maybe as like a woman, you would think that I know what to do like sexually, but I'm used to dealing with like dicks all my life, like give me a dick and I'll know what to do with it. You've seen one dick, like you've seen them all, but a vagina has like actual layers to it, right? Like that shit's complex. I mean, I'm scared I'm just gonna go down there and be like slapping shit around. Like, I don't fucking know. I don't know what they like. I think that I would feel more comfortable if there was like a guide down there with me, right? Like with a flashlight, like just showing me around, And to the left, we have the very important, but very hard to find G-spot. That's right. Right over there. Like, I think the G-spot's to the left. Like, obviously I don't know what I'm talking about. But whatever, I go on this date. And the girl starts off the date by talking about this new guy that she's dating. And I was like, okay, is this how like all lesbian dates start? Like, it's weird, But it's my first one. So I'm like, whatever, I'll go with it. And I start talking about the guy that I'm dating. And then halfway through the date, I realize, I'm like, oh my God, I am in the friend zone, right? Like, the fuck? And I've never been in the friend zone like in my life. And I honestly, I just felt like an old lesbian virgin at this point, like trying to pick up this young chick, So I go home defeated, and I'm like, no, I am going to get back on that horse, that lesbian horse, and I'm going to try this again, right? So I go, and she's having a show, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go to your show, like all flirty. And I get there, and I'm there. Her new boyfriend is there, and her ex-boyfriend is there. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, what are these new rules of dating? Like, I don't know. So I was like, forget this. I'm tapping out. I'm going back to the dicks that I know and I love. So that was short-lived. And before quarantine, I'd actually been dating this young guy, super young guy, like in his early 20s. Pretty spicy. And for the ladies that are watching, girls, if you ever get the chance to like be with a younger man, like do it. Okay. It is quite the experience. Let me tell you, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I mean, I'm used to like dating older guys, you know, but these young guys, like there's quite the difference, right? Like the older guys have like the chest hair, okay? But the younger guys have the pecs. The older guys have like the moves, right? But the younger guys have the flexibility. Huh?
Oh.
Yeah. The older guys will like lead you, right? But the younger guys, you lead them. Ah, it's pretty hot. It's pretty hot. It's nice. But the biggest difference that I found, which like I don't even know how to put this politely, but I saw that with the older guys, gravity had like an impact on like their nether regions. Like the Frank was fun, but the beans had been left like simmering a little too long. If you know what I mean. Yeah. And I mean, you could tell, right? Because these younger guys are like tight, like everywhere, right? So it's like 22, 42, 22, 42. Like that's a big difference, you know? And it's so unfair because as women, we always get judged, for like our saggy for our saggy jugs. And these fucking guys are walking around with saggy balls. People, saggy balls, okay? And you know, the biggest reason we can't tell is because they're wearing these tight jeans all the time. And that's why these tight jeans have been like so popular is what I'm thinking. But I also realized that, you know, as women, we've been like trained from a young age to really like strap up our tits, like, you know, to avoid the sag, right? But these guys, like, they have had no training since their youth and they don't have any equipment, right? So I took it upon myself. I am starting a movement. And I, you know, right now in these like trying times, we really need like to care about something, right? So I've started a movement. And if you want to join me, you know, go to the link in the chat. It might be there. If it's not there, go to liftdeesnuts.com. And help me out. Thanks, guys. That's my time.
Woo! Give it up for Stephanie. Yeah. If you liked Stephanie, then after the show, I'm gonna actually after the show rewind the video a little bit and see her Venmo. It's the same as her Instagram. For all these comedians, I mean, they're out here putting a show in your living room. Definitely do not be hesitating to tip them. Venmo them. Their names are out there, and you know what? Maybe you have a new pen pal. Don't be weird though. Don't be weird. Just give them money, but like they won't send you feet pics. But yeah, no, Stephanie, that was awesome. Thank you so much. Definitely like anytime I hear her do her comedy, it really has been getting me in my feelings about like my past relationships because like I once dated a guy who like asked me like right before he plunged, like, you ready to get fucked? Like, like cringy, but consent. And like that's how I feel when people have been asking me all year long if I'm going to vote for Joe Biden. It's cringy, but it's not really consent anymore. No choice. Are we all ready to get fucked? All right.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo! No, I Biden 2020. Alrighty, guys. Coming up next to the stage, she is from New York, Miami, all over the place. Just completed a really cool musical. I wish I could have seen it on the stage, but I was watching all the behind the scenes on Instagram and was at the Yas Fest in New York. Let's give it up for Ari Bercy, everyone.
Oh my God. Wow. I feel so good. Thank you for that. What an introduction. How are all of your quarantines going? Mine, not so well. Because I didn't get the memo that you're supposed to have a quarantine bay. So I haven't had sex in quite some time and it's really bothering me. But I feel like what I need is to just get onto the New York City subway, you know, because it's just like my sex life. Like it's filled with strangers. There's definitely a pungent smell. I'll probably be disappointed in the end. And my chances of getting an infection disease are very, very high. So it's a great time. But quarantine has been interesting. This has been the time where I've gotten the most Tinder matches, which is really, really crazy to me. I've started to realize that men just don't care about themselves, clearly. They care more about an orgasm than they do their own respiratory health. Like this man the other day, he messaged me and he was like, oh, you know, like you should come over. And I was like, look, I'm a little nervous. Like I could be an asymptomatic carrier. I don't want to infect you. And he said, it's cool. Just carry that asymptomatic coochie over here. And I responded, okay, because hoes don't get sick, right? Hoes don't get sick. But I feel like after all of this, everything is going to change, you know, like things aren't going to go back to being the same. Like questions like, have you been tested or do you use protection have two different meanings now, you know? Like you'll go to like a pharmacy, to like Walgreens and ask like for some rubbers and you'll get a 12-pack of gloves. So just be more specific. Just be more specific. That's what we're learning from quarantine. Thank you, Corona. But right now I'm quarantining in Miami, which is nice because I grew up in Miami. And whenever I tell people that I grew up in Miami, they're always like, oh my God, that's so cool. Like it must have been so amazing growing up in Miami. And I get why you'd all think that. Because you all go to Miami for the parties, the beaches, and the drugs. My Haitian mother lives here. So I go to Miami to get yelled at, which is really fun. I go to Miami so my dad can tell me I still have time to go back to college. It's a great time over here. But growing up in Miami as a Haitian person is very interesting because we get such a bad rep here, you know? Like Haitian people in Miami are known for two things. One, for eating cats, and two, for voodoo. Now, I don't know about the eating cats thing, but the voodoo thing is real, okay? One of my favorite memories of my dad was when he was taking me to school. It was back when I was in middle school. He stops on the side of the road, opens up like that side compartment and takes out a candle. It's one of those candles that has like a saint on it. He then gets out of the car and starts shoveling dirt into the candle. Mind you, he has said nothing to me. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. He then sets it all on fire and throws it into the canal and just drives away as if nothing ever happened. And like a few days go by and I'm like, Dad, like, what was that thing you did the other day? And this grown ass Haitian man looks me in my 13-year-old eyes and says, I needed all 4 elements. And I was like, wow, Dad, I didn't realize you were the avatar. Like, that shit is cool. You know what it's like to be in middle school and your dad is the fucking avatar? Like, that's some good ass shit. But being quarantined with my parents, it's an interesting experience. I'm not gonna lie. It's very, very interesting. It's fine, you know, I like them. They're cool people. And what's nice about quarantine is like you don't have to interact with people you don't like for the most part, you know? So you don't really have to have a bad day. All days can be good days. But one way to really ruin your quarantine day is by checking your father's search history. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Would not recommend. But something that's really nice about being back in Miami is that, you know, I get to see my family, my friends, you know, 6 feet, of course. And the weather's nice. The weather's popping. I get to see my vibrator. It's such a nice time. I keep forgetting to bring my vibrator back to New York with me for some reason. But now I think of it as a blessing in disguise because every time I come back home, I have something to really look forward to. You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine going through quarantine without a vibrator? I would be going fucking crazy. Oh boy. But I named my vibrator Carlos. Yeah, because, you know, I grew up in Miami. I always wanted a Latin lover, but the Cuban guys down here, they weren't really checking for me. In New York, I live in Washington Heights, and the Dominicans aren't really checking for me either. So I named my vibrator Carlos. I guess that makes him like Puerto Rican or something. Like he was definitely made in China, but in my mind, he's Puerto Rican. You feel me? But whenever Carlos and Michael meet, they make magic. I'm so sorry. Michael is the name of my vagina, by the way, just so you guys know. Just so you know, a lot of women will name their vagina something really floral like rose or tulip, but I feel like I have a very average vagina and she deserves a very average name like Michael, like, and that's okay. Like, she's not spectacular. You may not remember her in the morning, but she gets the job done. And that's all you can really ask for in these COVID times. You know what I mean? It's rough out here. But yeah, Carlos and Michael, they are in a gay interracial relationship. And I don't know, that's progressive, I think. It feels good. It feels really good. One thing that I've been thinking a lot about is the idea that like people will like tell a woman that their pussy stank as like a way to insult them. Yeah, this has been on my mind all quarantine. And I think we need pussy sommeliers, like wine sommeliers. How there are people who are like experts on wine. Like if someone tells you that your pussy stink, like you should call a pussy sommelier. They come over. They stir the pussy, they smell it, maybe give it a little taste, and they'll be like, oh, I'm getting notes of yeast with a small scent of cranberry. Like it's a health thing, honestly, but I'm here for it. I went on a vacation before all of this Corona shit happened, which was nice. I went to this little place. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called Italy. Doing very well. No. But I went to Italy. And the thing about going to Italy was that I already don't trust white people. No offense, for certain reasons. And the thing is, I was in a country filled with them that don't speak any English. So naturally, I just thought they were all talking shit the whole time, It was rough, but my favorite part of Italy was Circo Massimo. It is this like giant horse racing pit that was created by like some king, whatever. And Circo Massimo literally translates to big hole. So I got that tattooed on my lower back. I mean, it's in Latin, so it's classy. You know what I mean? Classy. And while I was there, my mom, I remember she called me because she was so worried. She didn't want me to go. She called me and she was like, I think it's time we have the talk. I'm 24, by the way, just so you guys know. And I was like, look, Mom, like it's already too late. Like I'm already a hoe. Like there's no turning back. All right, guys, thank you so much.
Let's get out for Ari Bercy, everyone. We get to perform with all these people from all over, and even though Aubrey is from Miami, I never got to perform with her when she was down here. So, on the digital side, really cool, awesome. Hell yes. All right, I do want to give a shout out to this Martin Army, going down on YouTube. Definitely a lot of people are excited for Martin. He'll be up last. But before we get to Martin, we have a great middle of the sandwich who's we're very strange transitions here. Quarantine is getting to me. All right, this next comedian, he is hilarious. He runs a bunch of shows in South Florida at Carmelo Coffee, and then one day when everything's open, you should definitely check him out. He has open mics, he has shows. It's Parkland and Pompano, and he's a hilarious person. Found out that he's getting big on TikTok, so is Aubrey. Put your hands together for Lalo Rodriguez, everyone.
Wow, yes. Wow. It's so weird not hearing people. I guess there's people in LA, so I'll be out there eventually. If you guys have any spots you could throw me up, that'd be awesome. Once I get out of this tent. I actually, so we haven't been performing, and one of my favorite things about like going out to do a show is like getting ready, and like normally like I look like my headshot. Right now I just it's all a disaster for me. Like I don't care. Like I was about to get dressed, I was like maybe I should slick back my hair and all this. I just got done working on the yard, and then I was like, I don't know, I sprayed cologne, and I was like, oh, whatever, I'm fucking stoned. Just let's do this. So yeah, it's been pretty crazy down here in Florida. I don't really like, I think that the best part about this thing, and this is something I'm gonna say here, and I haven't said it out loud or in public or anything, but for me personally, I guess I'm blessed, but like this has been like more of a positive uh for me, like the way it's affected me, because I got to know like my neighborhood. Like I'm walking more. Like my girlfriend and I, after we eat, we have nothing else to do. We're like, let's just go walk around the neighborhood and judge our yard based on other people's yards. And the Latino in me just like super clicked in since this thing started. And I just been like fixing things I shouldn't be fixing. Like I fixed an electrical socket the other day. I didn't know I had to shut off the breakers. So when sparks went flying, I was like, I need my goggles. So I went to the garage, I put my goggles on, and turns out I had burnt out the electrical box. So that took a few days to get fixed. So I don't know. I'm just kind of going crazy. I have cabin fever. I took my my daughter and my girlfriend's daughter to the park. We broke in, and I know that that's like illegal, but like I really wanted them to have a good time. Like we have this pool, and they can only be in that pool so much. So I was like, let's go to the park. And I was pushing them on the swings, and the little one, she's 4 years old. She's going down the slide, and then she's coming towards me. She's going like 80 miles an hour. I noticed that, you know, when you go down the slide and you get the static and your hairs like stand up, obviously you guys are like, oh my God, I know what you're talking about. Well, anyway, she was fully charged coming at me. Like her hair was like fully extent. And then I realized as she's coming out, I'm like, how much do I love her? Do I catch her? Do I not catch her? And I didn't catch her. She went straight into the wood chips. And it was like one of those scenes from like Dragon Ball Z where like someone gets punched, or like Avengers, and they just go through mountains. Like she hit the wood chips, it went flying, or she went flying. See, I don't think I love her. Anyway, and when I pick her up, she looks at me and I look at her, and then she starts coughing in my face. And I'm like, all right, well, so I guess we're even now. So my throat's been a little bit scratchy. I don't know if it's from smoking or from the disease or just being anxious about it. My girlfriend and I, like, it's weird. We've been together for almost 3 years, but like we're getting to know each other on another level, like to see if like I think this is where like relationships, people start to realize like are we gonna make it or not? Like, you know, this relationship ages like the relationship by like years. And we played this game. We're like, hey, let's just talk about like, let's give each other a really good compliment each. And I was like, all right. She's like, you go first. And I went first, and I was like, babe, you know, I really like that you like my sense of humor. And you still think I'm funny, even on nights that I bomb in front of a bunch of people. And you make my heart happy. And for a white girl, you cook really good beans. And she started crying because she's like, oh my God, that's so cute. I'm like, all right, your turn. What's like a compliment about me? And then she says, your eyelashes. And I was like really hurt, but like, that's a good compliment. But then like, if you, and I started thinking about it, like, fuck, is that why like I always struck out like in high school with girls? Like they weren't close enough. Like, could you imagine like that's your pickup? That's like your best feature. It's like, listen, once you get to know me, like we're gonna have to get a little close so that you can see my eyelashes. After that, you're mine. So I don't know. It was kind of like, you know, kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I've been sending my parents links whenever I do these virtual open mics, and they're both in Colombia now. They were here for 20 years. They went back. They never learned how to speak the language. So right now they're watching me do like comedy in English, and they're like, is he talking shit about me right now? It's like watching like a Japanese like cartoon or something without the subtitles. You have no idea what's going on. They're just trying to figure it out. And I don't use Snapchat anymore, but anytime I have like a video that I can't post in Facebook because like too many like family members and coworkers, and then I don't really post it to Instagram because it's just like maybe it's like along those lines where I probably shouldn't post this. So I post everything that's like risque on Snapchat, and I realized that like the only person that responds to me is my mom. And then a couple days ago, I posted a video of me humping one of my dogs, like joking around with my friends and everything. And my mom thinks that this whole time that she's been on Snapchat for the last 4 years, she thinks that every video I upload on Snapchat is specifically sent to her. And I just found this out 4 years later. And I know that I've posted some stuff on Snapchat that I shouldn't be proud of, like just being wasted and, you know, just when I used to go out a lot and everything. And it's just like, oh no, my mom like thinks that, you know, her son's not doing well. But you know what? They're super proud of me. This is what I do. I tell jokes now in front of my cell phone. And potentially people are sending me stuff on Venmo. A lot of my coworkers think that like I'm a webcam girl. And I've been thinking about it because like I posted like my first TikTok. I just downloaded TikTok. I'm trying to be hip like all the kids. And my first TikTok, I have really long toes. I don't know if you guys see that. Sorry, I normally wear shoes on stage, but like I have really, really long toe. Like this guy right there, that's like a pinky. Look at that. And I posted on TikTok, I'm like, long toe check, to see if like it would go viral or whatever. And then I posted like 3 weeks ago and someone finally liked it and commented, and some guy with a girl's name, he's like, beautiful feet. And I legit messaged him. I'm like, yo, if you want to see more, like seriously, name a price. I don't care, you know? And it hasn't worked, but like I'd sell my feet. I don't care. I'm sure there's someone out there that's like, yo, those are nice, you know? I used to tell my friends, like when they first, like when I would like, this is like one of the things I'm most self-conscious of, like when I used to go to pool parties as a kid, because like number one, I have body dysmorphia, so I never took my shirt off at the pool. Number two, I also had socks on in the pool. And yeah, it was a disaster. I told him that my dad gave me his pinky when I was born because I was missing that toe. And a lot of people believe me because it's legitimately as long as a pinky. But I miss my parents. I don't know if comedians are watching this, but like it's like this quarantine is like nice and fun. It gives you a chance to finally like catch up on sleep, unless you play Call of Duty like me. So it's like kind of like the same. But I haven't really written much, but I wrote this thing, or like a premise I was thinking the other day. I was talking to my cousin. He's like, yo, remember that one time that your dad came to your school looking for you? And I'm going to tell you guys about this. But I came from Colombia when I was 10, and my parents, they didn't speak English. So once I started school or whatever. But there's one time, like when you're Latino, like a way for you to go inside, or like your parents want you, is via whistling. So if you're Latino, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But like if you hear like, and you're like, oh shit, it's time to go to dinner. Like my mom will do 4, that meant like supper. And then like my dad will do 2, that means get your ass home. And if it was like one quick one, you're fucked. So I remember being like at school, and I guess my dad needed to come pick me up early. And like back then, like when I was in school, I didn't have a cell phone. There was like no way really to communicate. And my dad didn't know like the American education system. So he thought he could just come to the school and find me. But in Colombia, you usually go to school like in one small building. Like I went to school, like it was a private school, but it was like some lady's house, and each room was a classroom. So but anyway, but here it's like giant buildings. And I remember just being like at lunch with my friends, and I heard my dad's third whistle. Like it was like, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? I'm at school, bro. And next thing you know, I see my dad like coming out of one of the portables, and he's just whistling, looking for me. And I go up to him, like, what's up, Dad? He's like, yo, I need you to translate something for me. And I'm like, you can't just come to my school like this, guy. You got to like go to the principal's office. Like, who's the principal? What's the principal? I'm like, oh shit. And that wasn't the last time. Anytime like he needed anything translated, like he would knock down walls and just do terrible, like not terrible things, but like he wouldn't care what was going on. He needs to find me. And I was his translator. By the way, when we came here, I was translator right off the bat. I was 10 years old, translating like our citizenship papers. Had no business doing that. Like I didn't know what the paper said. Did you come to the United States with any contraband or explosive? I was like, yep. Yeah. Are you part of any cartels or any sort of gang members or whatever? And I'm like, yep. I was just doing yes, but whatever. Just like Stephanie was talking about like earlier, Casanova, I don't know, I'm going to go ahead and assume she's Latino. And, you know, I was married young as well. and but I needed a green card. So I don't know what your situation was, but when you're Latino and you're like in your 30s and you're divorced, that means that like maybe like in the past, like that's you have to do something for your papers. But anyway, so that one story about my dad, I got a little high right before this, so I kind of lost where I was going with it. But anyway, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you guys are still listening, my name is Lalo Rodriguez. You can find me on Instagram at uncircumcised_official. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I hope that you enjoy the next person coming up to the stage, and please help me welcome the lovely Anastasia.
Thank you, Lalo.
You're welcome.
What an intro. Yeah, man, it's funny. I love keeping up with Lalo Rodriguez. He is definitely a lot of fun on Instagram and definitely on Venmo. Pay him. Alrighty, now the man that many have been waiting for. He's here really early, but I'm still going to introduce him, and he's going to just be on the All right, okay, now, it's okay. All right, so he's from LA, but originally from Alabama. He was a part of the Second City Touring Company. There's this a long bio, and but all of your family should be very proud of you. Real shit. Just some highlights: Tim and Eric's game show, just lots of cool shit. He was just recently in a promo for Jimmy Kimmel. Just awesome guy, NBC comic, last comic standing, whatever. Bow down to the one, the only Martin Morrow.
Oh my God. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Hello. Yes, last comic standing eliminated in the first round. I was on the Tim and Eric game show where I answered no questions correctly. It is an honor to be here amongst all of you with my very apathetic dog, Whitney. Oh, her head is gone now. There we go. It's good to be here in quarantine. I'll let you go now, my friend. This has been a dope show. I'm still kind of like figuring out the newness of all of this and stuff, of technology and just the new world order that we are belonging to. I was like, I'm going to pretend to have a mic. It's not even plugged in. Look at that. This is not worth it, right? Why do it? You can hear me. We're connecting. The Zoom, YouTube, Zoom. I'm okay. As you saw, I have a rescue dog. Or did she rescue me? No, it was me. It is very expensive. It costs a lot of money to rescue dogs. And here's the thing. This is my first dog that I've ever had because I'm Black, and Black families, we have like a weird thing about dogs. Just a lot of us. I think it mostly has to pertain to the civil rights movement. I don't know if you ever read a book or saw a movie about that. But dogs were not on the Black side of things during the civil rights movement. Every single video you've seen of dogs in the civil rights movement, it's just like this really angry German shepherd with like a half Klan robe and police uniform on, like, nigger. You're like, oh, okay, this dog wild. So it's like a weird, complicated relationship with Black people and dogs. But I finally got one. It's my first dog ever, and I love her. But people are like, oh man, dogs are man's best friend. Dogs are man's best friend. I disagree. Well, okay, I'll say that dogs in general are man's best friend, but rescue dogs are more so that weird kid who lives down the street that your mom makes you hang out with. Like that. Like, oh, okay. It keeps screaming a lot and has night terrors and bit someone. So this is maybe not the best. I got the dog because we were like, oh, when you get a dog, dude, so many people are going to talk to you. You're going to be a social butterfly again. They're going to all talk to you. And what I learned is that a lot of people do talk to me when I'm out with my dog, and they are all middle-aged white dudes. Every single one loves to stop me on the street like, oh, someone's a mom here, huh? We have a mother here, huh? Let me see those cheeks. Those cheeks real quick. Ooh, like, sir, can you not touch my dog's tits? That'd be great if you would stop doing that. That's very weird. It's the whole like universe right now is so bizarre because I'm already kind of an isolated dude. Like I like being alone and stuff. Because I'm an introvert now doing stand-up comedy for a bunch of people on Zoom. But like it makes you recognize how much you hate people, right? Like if you've probably been on Facebook or all the different social medias at this point. But I saw someone had posted like, "Oh, I'm having a rough time in quarantine," and then someone in the comments was like, "It's not quarantine, it's isolation, because quarantine would mean that you're sick and quarantining yourself." It's like, shut the fuck up. You know exactly what they meant. I hope you get it. I hope you get all the diseases, whatever you can catch. I hope the sneezes fly right into your mouth, and that's what happens to you. But it's just like, I don't know about you guys, but for one, I was like, yo, I'm going to take this time to get in shape. I'm going to work out every single day. I'm going to be fucking ripped, right? I don't think I've done more than 5 push-ups. Like I did the 15-day, like everyone at the top of this was like, 15-day push-up challenge, just do it, right? And then I think I did 10 and was like, okay, I'm good with this. I just had like a bunch of YouTube tutorial videos up of like working out, and I was like, I'm gonna put this in a thing, and I'm just gonna go away from this. I haven't done it. I haven't done anything. This is how my arms are. My body. Someone recently told me I have the body of the Lorax from the Dr. Seuss book. So that's where my confidence is as a man. You know. I am also trying to date, and this is like the good time for people with personalities to rise up. This has been our like if you in LA especially, like I'm like in LA 6 or 7. Like if I'm being real with myself, or maybe we'll cast it out there. But I'm trying to like date and talk to people and stuff, and now it's like it's different because like back in the before time. You were like, oh man, let's meet up, and now you have to like get to know them more. So one question I've been asking a lot is, what was your favorite childhood memory? That's something that I like to ask the ladies. And I got one response that was disturbing, for lack of a better term. I said, what was your favorite childhood memory to this young lady? And she said, probably when this man used to come over and he would make balloon animals for us. And okay, now this is out of all the memories of you as a child, like there are no other of all the memories. That's the one that you're like, yeah. I said, okay, so he just came over, he would make balloon animals, then what? She was like, oh, well, the rest is kind of traumatic. Like, that's a bad memory. If that memory connects to trauma, that's not good. This is very bad. What kind of balloon animals was he making? Was it out of human flesh? Please let me know what was happening in this situation. But it's not fun being single during this, right? Like, I don't know if anyone else has just been reflecting on all your failures in relationships and stuff, right? And especially like, I don't know if you guys out there have ever had someone you used to date or hook up with die, and it wasn't your fault. But it's always like it's a weird thing to deal with, especially like going back and like seeing it. Because the thing that I've learned about when you date someone and then they pass away is that it's never the person you dated that you wish it was. You know what I mean? It's always like, oh no, not her, right? And so, this girl, she's a very, very sweet girl who had unfortunately, died. And I remember I went to go pay my respects on Facebook and saw that she blocked me. What the? Fuck are you? Good. I'm glad you're gone. That's mean. No, knock on God bless everyone or whatever. I have to do a Zoom meeting tomorrow with my family, and they volunteered me to lead like a prayer, not a prayer. I have to do a scripture reading. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be good at that part, but we'll see. As far as reading, no, thank you. Right after a dude just showed his feet to everybody on here, we just let him do that. He just showed his foot. We're like, all right, yeah, this is art. This is art. Showed his foot, said he humped a dog. I didn't even hear that part. Someone texted me like, yo, did homeboy just say he humped a dog? I was like, oh. Go back. I'll review the footage. We'll find out. We'll save that dog. We gotta rescue that dog. Oh boy. What else do I want to do for you guys? I'm enjoying this also because my mom texted me beforehand and said, "You better be funny." Just like, okay, that's a lot. I'll try. I don't, this is a new format, Mom. Let me adapt. My mom is cool though. She's in the chat, I believe. So hello, Mom. Yeah, go Mom. My mom was my principal for a lot of the time that I was in school, which means I got bullied a lot. We had a lot of bad kids. I grew up in Alabama. I grew up especially in this town I grew up in that was called Gardendale, Alabama. And if you've never heard of Gardendale, the best way to describe it, if you've seen an episode of Cops, you've seen Gardendale. That's basically, it's just like, ooh, meth in church. That's just the town, you know what I mean? But it was my first day of 8th grade at the school. And there was this kid who's sitting there and he had a chain on, but it was like a fake, it was kind of like this one, like a fake chain, but for a kid and like a white kid, like a dirty looking white dude, right? And so he's sitting with like some of my friends that I knew. And they're like, "Man, what are you doing back here? You're supposed to be in the 9th grade." And he goes, "Yeah, well, I would have been, but I got flunked because Miss Morrow's a bitch." And then like everyone looked at me like, "Yo, that's her son right there." And he goes, "Yeah, well, you get it." And I was like, no, what? So here's the thing though. That kid later died in a drug deal gone wrong. So I guess that's what you get when you call my mom a bitch, Maybe if you studied harder in school, you wouldn't have got shot in the face dealing meth. Them's the rules, like, them's the rules. It's okay to laugh. He was a terrible person. That's how it works. Speaking of terrible people, I don't want to get into politics too much, but I know that, like I said, I grew up in Alabama, so I know some people who are like, Trump or whatever, which is, if that's you, that's fine, right? But you have to be honest with yourself. That's the only thing I ask anytime someone's like, I'm a Trump supporter. And I firmly believe that if you are a Trump supporter, at least once in your life that you witnessed Trump talk or do whatever the fuck Trump stuff he does, you have at least once had to say, did that motherfucker just say that? Like, at least once you've had to be like, what the fuck? Yeah, America! Like that. He just said stupid shit. Oh, like, I think the one he said today that got me was he was like trying to point out his brain, how good of a brain he had. He was like, I've got the goodest, the thing in my head. It's like, what? How do you fuck that up? That's the thing you're saying right now to present as a good thing. How do you ruin that? So anyways, I'm going to be running for president. I think this is the time for me to do that. What else have I been doing? I've been watching a lot of murder mystery shows during this time. I don't know about you guys. I love any like murder mystery show or podcast, anything in general about like that kind of genre. What I love in particular about it is the fact that if you were a white dude between like 1938 and 2002, you could get away with murdering anybody. Like they were just running rampant killing. Like I watched one yesterday where it was this John Robinson or something like that was his name, and the dude had been arrested for like fraud and all these different like illegal things he was doing, and but the whole time he was also just murdering women. And at one point, even like a girl's dad was like, "Hey, we think this dude murdered our daughter," and they were like, "No, she probably ran away." It's like, how fucking dumb were cops? Oh God. So yeah, if you're around a white dude, be careful. That's all I'm trying to say. I've learned that because I've got what some would say is too many white friends. And the thing I've learned about that especially is I never want to be in white guy love, because like white guys love aggressively, like just this kind of weird anger that manifests in them, and they don't know how to contain it. So like I went over to a buddy's house recently, and I noticed he had a hole in the wall, and I said, "Hey man, what happened over there?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I got mad at my girlfriend, so I put my head through the wall." It's like, okay, that's fucking insane. Why? Like, I don't understand the process of being like, "Oh, I'm so mad at my girl, property damage." Like, that makes no sense to me as a thing that someone just does. Like, oh, that bitch, I don't want to get my deposit back. Like, it just is crazy to me that that's a thing that they do. And so I was like, hey, man, that's not a healthy way of manifesting your anger. You could always just try breaking up. And he was like, no, I still love her. I want her to know I'm angry because I love her. He was like, so what do black guys do? If you guys don't, punch holes in walls, what do you guys do? I go, we cheat. It's easier. No one gets upset. No one finds out. Our landlord still loves us. I'm joking. Nobody cheat. Be good. And I hope everyone's staying safe out there and loving each other from 6 feet or more. And that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much.
Woo!
Yeah!
Yeah, you have a problem. Bring them back up here.
Oh, man.
Coming back up. Everyone else's faces. I want to see y'all. Albert, yes, everyone is looking great. All right, these people put on a show for you. Oh my God, especially the dog. The dog is so cute. The dog is disappearing, but so cute. All these people put on a great show for you. If you like them, definitely check out their social media. Check out their Venmos. Put that coin. If you have the coin, if you're working or whatever, if you have someone that you inherited some money from, give it to these comedians. They did a great show for you guys, all the way from their houses to your living room. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to Villain Theater. If you liked all of this, check out Villain Theater's Instagram and social media. We have shows every week, and on Tuesdays we have an open mic. So if anyone is into that sort of thing, they saw Martin and they were like, he can't be the only funny one in the family. Let's get Martin doing stand-up. We do have an open mic that you could check out. Thank you to all the comedians. It was a great show, and everyone have a great night. Drink safely at your home, and don't even don't go outside. Don't go to the car. You don't need it. You're not going anywhere. All right, guys. My name is Anastasia Palinskaya, Anna the Russian. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Bye.